Hey guys, what's good? I'm Sadia and here's a freebie for you to use in your videos. I'll show you how you can use it and how to customize it to include your own logo. Feel free to skip to that part because first I'm going to quickly walk you through how I created it without creating it from scratch. Okay, so this is the project and you can see it's made up of multiple layers here with a few sound effects. Here's how it is without any audio. So much better with sound effects, isn't it? Anyway, let me break it down. I'm just going to disable all of these layers just to hide them for now. So firstly, we've got the green background because of course we're going to be using a green screen effect to get rid of the background. So that's why it's green, and to get that you just go into the generators here, go into solids and then select iMovie and just drag that into your timeline. Next, above that, we've got the shapes layer. So again, you just go into generators, this time go into elements, shapes, drag in the shapes, and then from the inspector here, you can choose the shape. So you've got like circle, square. So I've chosen the rectangle. And then rather than just having it static, if I remove this transition, for example, it would just be there without any effect. So what I've done is added a slide effect so that it comes in like this. To add the effect, you just go into transitions here and then just add the one that you want. In my case, I've added the slide left, and that's how you get that effect. Then as that comes in, we want the subscribe button to show. So I'm just going to enable that so you can see. And then just time it based on where you want each layer to appear. So at around this mark here, that's when I wanted all of the other layers to show up. So that's where they kind of start. And then with the cursor, you can see that doesn't appear until later on. So with the subscribe button, what you'll see is that I'll enable the text as well. In fact, I'll just enable these as well. So if I hover the cursor over it, what you'll see is that the subscribe button comes in and then it kind of shrinks in size, if you notice that. So if you just watch the subscribe button, you can see it's a normal size, then it gets small, then it goes grey, and then it expands back to normal size. So by decreasing and increasing the size, it gives the effect of the mouse actually clicking on the button. So if we just watch that part back, if we didn't have the decrease in size, it wouldn't be as effective. So that's that added. And then we've got the thumbs up. And it's the same situation here. So as it comes in, you can see it's normal size. And then if I just zoom into the timeline here, you can see that when it gets to this frame here, it decreases. Oops, you can't see it. So what you'll see is when it gets to this frame here, it decreases. So if I just make this view a bit bigger, you can see it goes from a normal size, and when it gets to this frame, it goes small. So normal size, small, and then when it gets bigger, it turns blue. And again, it just makes it more effective when you have this sort of feel to it, rather than having it all one size. It just makes it seem a bit more realistic, like it's actually being clicked on. And it's essentially the same for the bell, so let me just enable those. And if you're wondering how I'm enabling and disabling clips, I'm just hitting the V key. So as you can see, I'm going to zoom into the timeline again, it's a normal size bell. When the cursor hits it, it shrinks in size, then it converts to a filled grey bell, and then it expands to normal size again. So again, just giving that effect that it's actually been clicked on. And then of course you've got the cursor, so all of this probably looks a bit weird without the cursor. Let's watch it back. Yeah, so if I just enable the cursor now, you can see it in full effect. And it's really as simple as that. It might seem like there's a lot going on in the timeline, but it's all very straightforward. And as you can see at the very end, we want it to disappear. So all I've done is I've used a zoom in, pan up transition. You can use any that you want. You might want it to just cross dissolve, sorry. But I went for the zoom. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how you can use this in your videos, and then I'll show you how you can customize it by adding your own logo. So I'm just going to create a demo project, and let's just call that demo. And then I'm just going to drag in one of my existing videos. So let's say you're editing a video, or you finished editing, you now want to add the like, subscribe animation to it. So all you need to do is grab the file, the downloadable file is in the description below, and then just drag it into Final Cut Pro like so. Let me just zoom in a bit. And then as you can see, well, this is slightly zoomed in, let's just go into fit. As you can see, it's sitting there on the side and you can see the green. We don't obviously want that. So what you want to do is open the effects tool just on the right hand side here, and you want to look for green screen keyer. So just type in green, and there it is. Simply drag that over the clip, and there you go. The green screen has been removed. You can tweak green screen settings in the inspector here, but it's done a pretty good job of getting rid of it all, so there's not actually anything to edit. So yeah, straightforward. Let's watch that back. I'm just gonna disable the audio for this for a second, and then let's watch that back. Nice, so you can add that to any video as you please. If you want to move the location of it, just select the video clip, go into the transform tool here, and then just simply move it to wherever you want. So if you want it at the top of the video, do that. If you want it to appear like bang in the middle, then what you can do is go into the view options here and select show horizon. And what that will do is you'll see the horizontal and vertical center points, and you can use that as a guide. You can have it right in the middle here as well if you wanted to, and then to hide the lines you can just do that. So those yellow lines, the horizon, won't actually show when you export the video. It's just purely here for viewing purposes. And you also have the title and action saved zones there, FYI. Cool, and there it is in the middle. But yeah, again, just select it, use the transform tool, move it to wherever you want, and yeah, that's how you use it. Okay, so now let's proceed to how you can actually customize it to add your own logo. So adding your logo to this is super easy. What you want to do is create a new project. I've called mine demo, and then just drag in the file that you downloaded. If you haven't downloaded it yet, the file link is in the description below. Then just import it into your project. Then what you want to do is grab your logo and import that. So you can just click and drag, that's the easiest way. So I'll be using this one here, the RAS in first class. So you can see it's obviously way too big, so I'm going to reduce that first. So just reduce the scale, and then if you just click here you can move it into position. So move your logo wherever you want. You might have it one at the top or wherever you want. I'm going to put mine here and then just slightly rotate it so that the bell doesn't get covered, and then I think that's about perfect. So move yours wherever you want, hit done. If you want to move it again, just click the transform tool and then move it like so. And then of course it's not as long as the animation, so you want it to be the same length, so just click and drag from the edge. On the right edge you'll see the yellow horizontal line and you'll see the little arrows. Just click and drag, and now if we watch it back, so looking good, but two problems. Firstly, the logo is static and doesn't actually transition in, and secondly, it doesn't disappear with the rest of the animation. So let's fix that. what you want to do is add in a slide effect. You can of course choose whichever effect you want, but I'm going to go with slide. So slide left, and then just select the one that you want. Let's watch that back. Okay, so as you can see, it wasn't super smooth, so I'm just going to adjust the length of it. I'm going to make it slightly shorter and see how that is. Okay, perfect. And now we just need it to transition out. So I'm going to use a different transition for the end. Again, you can use what you want. I'm going to go with zoom in, pan up. And if we just bring that to the end. Again, move the playhead towards the end, and let's watch that back. I'm hitting the space bar to play, or you can of course just click here. So that looked really weird. So that means this zoom transition is too long. So let's make that shorter. That was still a bit. Okay, there we go. Now that goes away together, so that's perfect timing. Okay, let's watch that from the start. Nice. So once you're done and you're happy with it, you can just export it and then you can start using it. To export, just go File, Share, Export File, and then you can leave the settings as is and then hit Next, and then just save it to wherever you want to save it to. So you can call it whatever as well. I'm just going to go with that. So open Final Cut Pro, create a project, drag in your videos. I'm just going to add this one again, and then drag in the custom animation. So add it to whatever place you want it on the timeline. Let's just do it at the start, and then we need to add the green screen to get rid of the background. So go into your effects and search for green screen, and then just drag it in like so. And you can see that the green has disappeared from the logo. So if I just deselect that, you can see the difference. So you can actually fix this. You just need to tweak some of the green screen key settings over here. So let's just increase this. Let's go all the way, and then the spill level, let's reduce that down to whatever looks good. So you can just set it to 0 or whatever works. So now if we watch that back, perfect. Hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching. Peace.